Hey guys, it's Stonemason Productions here, bringing you guys another video. Now, this video is gonna be regards of the computer I'm gonna be getting next week or so. My anxiety is done now. It's over. My mom and I pretty much ordered a computer for college. As you guys probably know, I'm going to college next year, and I really need a computer for college, obviously. But um, it's an AMD based processor computer. It has an SSD. It's gonna be a 256 SSD, and for the time being, it has Windows 10 Home on it. Now, here's something interesting, guys. Before you guys start panicking in the comments saying you don't have a home license, here's something interesting. I actually have a Windows 10 Pro digital entitlement license key activated in my Microsoft account. So whatever account I sign in, whatever computer I sign in with the activation entitlement, it will activate my product key into the activation service. So despite it being Windows 10 Home or something, I really don't care if it's not going to activate or not, because, you know, it is what it is. And, this is like going to be the first time I'm going to ever get a computer with a Ryzen processor. And I'm going to be really interested in buying computers with Ryzen processors nowadays. But now, here's something interesting, guys. You know, back in the day, if you guys remember years ago in the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure not many people remember this, but, you know, back in the early 2000s, people were pretty much buying product keys, and, you know, especially, you know, back in the day, the product key would always be listed on top of there was, you know, there was always a sticker for activation and stuff like that on top of the computer, case, or sometimes it would have been on the bottom, depending if you had a laptop or desktop. Desktops were very, very common back in the day. Now it's like everyone has a laptop now. You know, product keys were very common back in the day in the 2000s. Nowadays, not many people really buy product keys anymore. I mean, I would say very little people still do. It depends what you're needing. But, so, you know, the only editions that have a subscription base is Windows 10 Enterprise and Education. Now, so Enterprise is pretty much like very, very, very similar to Windows 10 Professional, except it has a lot of more advanced features for large organizations that really need more advanced security measures on their devices. And it's pretty much designed for many, many, many devices that are going to be using the operating system and stuff like that. So, Education is very similar to Enterprise. The only difference is it only goes through academic volume licensing, excuse me. So pretty much it's intended for schools, universities, and pretty much everything that education license would need. So Windows 10 Home, you pretty much see those nowadays on most computers, but to me, I have a Windows 10 Pro key, so hopefully if it activates on there, because it's tied to my Microsoft account. Usually they would tell you to sign in with Microsoft, and sometimes with, you know, that certain edition with Windows 10, you know, even though if it wasn't Windows 10 Home, it still does tend to activate Windows 10 Pro on that certain computer. Now, I looked up the current computer on my computer's manufacturer website, which is my VivoBook E203, which I'm gonna quit using at the beginning of November. So, and the operating system that it said on there was Windows 10 Home, and they also had the ability to say Windows 10 Pro for Business. And again, like I said, Pro is mainly targeted towards business users, but some consumers actually have the Pro edition of Windows 10, which I find that really interesting because, you know, Pro has 3 different variants. It has an OEM, it has a retail, and it has a volume licensing, which I will talk about in another video. And, you know, despite having Windows 10 Home on there, I still regret about my computer activating my professional product key on that computer. And, so Windows 10 Home is mainly focused on the consumer side, and Windows 10 Pro is focused on the business side of things, and consumer and business side of things, excuse me. And yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I just want to make this really short. I didn't want to make this 10 minutes. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I will see you guys in my next video.